So just after sleep here, a couple hours, waking up 7 hours in. Now there's a lot of reasons why it's so hard to lose weight training and getting in, even in the gut when you're big, when you start getting big and calories add up and they're frozen, they're blowing turtles by then, they're dial-ups. Every guy thinks it's the super speed computer, and other computers come in to press dudes out, end up in the 20 percentile out of millions. But that's like a McDonald's badge too. It's like the same thing working out. You got to really break out a sweat. It's to the point you can catch a fever in the cold after when you smoke your joint even. So it's to the point you got to wipe your shit. I see guys, they go into the gym, by the time they're done one rep, guys like Wolverine and shit are talking to their old buddies, and it's 5 minutes in, I've done 3 sets already. And keep in mind, with the weight I'm at 35 there, it's the old one, the yellow ones, they're 30s, yellow's 30, 40-ish. So adding up, so basically, you need to do over 10 sets on each body part. I'll look it up. So how many reps each week, each month for, so they say 10 to 20 reps, 15 to 20 sets per week. 10 to 15 sets per muscle group per week, which could be 200 reps, right? If you're lifting, you should aim for around the 10-ish mark. And like other dudes said, like Renshaw too, lift for longer, just like those, when they're doing burpees and shit, right? Guys go for a minute. You got to lift, you got to pace those reps out. Even you can even do more. You can do over 10. Sometimes I do 12 to 20. You got to pace yourself for about a minute or 45 seconds to a minute if you're well trained too. You got to watch. On my bicep too, the ones that aren't trained to whacking and shit are going to feel the tear and shit. It takes years to build in, pushing shit out, because it's flat wash too if you're starting out. And you can only aim for about 30 seconds, because by then it could be 40 or 50 seconds. Don't rest for over a minute. Don't, because you're going to lose your metabolism. And then when you're getting halfway, that's when you can take a break. So I do about 180 reps for every muscle group per week, and you got to switch up your exercises. You got to look up to. I stick to the more basic ones. I'm lifting. I do everything downstairs. I'm telling you, that's 50K in weights in 1 week. And I walk around too. I buy my dope now too. It's better. I walk like Jared to fucking Subway and shit here. And I'm also looking, there's so much selection here, that's a good thing, but they're horrible matchmakers because of arrogance. Look at Bitcoin. Not everything is funny farm. You're arguing with males, you're fresh. Just like the Bible, you don't know anything. You know, the guy gets up there, he's in his job, you're not, you're in the career, you're falling, you're blowing turtle cock, right? And even I'm not gaining as fast as I want to. That's Halloween for you. You got to make a comeback. It's also off season too right now. It's going into winter and shit. So I keep going, and I do 3 or 4 times a week. Before everything else, I do other stuff. I walk too. I walk for a couple hours probably a week. It adds up. 30 minutes each way, 20 minutes each way around, right? So again, push-ups too, you could even get weaker down the road and bench. And also, you got to remember, I'm 40 by now, so it's not the first or last. It's common, dudes can look up all the information, refine and shit. And we know you wanna have a career and shit, and that's cool, but that's also not my job. You got to look at it, you got to watch your claims, because you put your hand down, you got to back your shit up after. It's just like a lawyer in court and shit. Or it could just be hubris. You're not number one. That's why the chick is tossed out like a teacup. Bigger dogs, they go out of bounds. You're not immortal, you're not immune. And a lot of people are not going to get the motivation to do that. It kicks in after a year or two, and your power could decrease. You also need to rest and sleep. How are you going to go out like that, under that pressure? There's a science to it. Dudes think dudes are stupid and all cavemen. It's AD, bitch. It's AD. Think of shit before you just speak shit like a dial-up.